Hello and welcome to PetXI Interactive, the home of GCSE revision on the go. In this maths burst, you are going to become a champion graphlete and are going to take part in a plotathon. From a tiny little equation, you can come up with some astonishing graphs, just like the ones I have displayed on my living room wall. However, today we are just going to take a look at graphs of straight lines. When drawing a line graph, we need to work out where the line is going to go. So, for this, we need to work out some coordinates, which can then join together to make a line. In order to find the coordinates, it is useful to use a table with a top row labelled x and the bottom row labelled y. In this table, the x row is numbered from -2 to 2, but this is not always the case. We use a special rule to work out what the value of y is for each value of x. In this case, we are going to use y equals 2x plus 1. Now, we always start with 0 as this is the easiest. We are going to use substitution to find the value of y. To substitute, we replace the x in the equation with the value in the table. If you've forgotten how to substitute, then take a look at our video on substitution. So when x is 0, we replace the x in the equation with 0 and use BIDMAS to work out the answer to the sum. We take the 0 and multiply it by 2, which gives us 0. And then we add the 1 on the end to get 1. Pop this into our table underneath where x equals 0. Now, let's take a look at when x is 1. So just as before, replace the x with 1 in the equation. 2 times 1 is 2, then plus 1 to get 3. Write this in our table underneath where x equals 1. Now, let's take a look at x is 2. Substitute the 2 to get 2 times 2, which is 4, then plus 1 to make 5. Write this into our table as well. I'm starting to notice a pattern. Have you noticed it yet? Can you see that it goes up in 2s? We can use this pattern to our advantage. Let's work backwards and fill in the other y positions. So, we can take 2 off this 1, which gives -1. -1 will go here, and take 2 off again to find that -3 will go there. Now, we can use these numbers to make our coordinates. Don't forget that x goes first, then y. Let's start with the one on the left, -2, -3. Remember now, when plotting coordinates, we go along the corridor and then up or down the stairs. So let's find -2 on the x-axis, then go down to -3 and put a cross there to mark the spot. Now, take -1, -1, we find -1 on the x-axis, then go down to -1 on the y-axis and mark this with a cross as well. In the same way, we plot the other coordinates. However, to finish off this question, we need to draw a line which goes through all of these points. So just draw a straight line through these coordinates to get our graph, and then it's complete. If the line isn't straight, then the working out has gone wrong somewhere. Possible places to check: firstly, the table. Have you substituted the x's properly? Another place to check is the graph itself to check if all the points are plotted correctly. You don't always need to draw the table out at the start of the question. Sometimes it will be there and just need to be completed. Hopefully now you will be full of confidence in your skills as a world-class graphlete and can push yourself to the max when attempting your next plotathon in your exam. Thanks for watching and see you again soon on another instalment of PetXI Interactive Maths.